Okay, I wanted to cover two different topics here today. One is LED lighting for using for grow lights, and the other is Moso Bamboo. And what you're looking at here is just a real crude grow box that I made. It's just a cardboard box with a little bit of modification. There's a desk fan on the top for ventilation. The board across the top is just support for the ropes that go through for raising and lowering my lighting. And then I just have a makeshift door and a latch. Inside here, there's just repurposed sunshade from a car and Reflectex from my HVAC system, and that is just foil on the bottom. So whatever I didn't have, whatever I couldn't cover with the rest of this leftover stuff, I just used tin foil. So works out, pretty well. On the bottom there's radishes. There's your experimental. Just disregard those completely because I have not been taking care of them. That's why I look like crap. So let's get back on the topics here. That's the Moso Bamboo, and these are the LED lighting I'm talking about. The brand name is Lighting Ever. You can get these from Amazon, eBay, or the Lighting Ever website. About 35 bucks a piece, and they put out 50 watts per light. That is consumed watts, not when you go to the big box stores, you see lights that say 60 watt equivalent. They actually only consume 9 watts or whatever. These are pulling 50 watts. Their output is equivalent to 300 watt incandescent. Now, a couple things about these lights. They are working very, very well for grow lights. As you can see, this is flourishing in here. Anything you're growing with vegetative growth, you can use full spectrum or anything leaning more towards the blue spectrum. You don't need to worry about red lighting or anything like that because you're not growing flowers here. So as far as these go, these are full spectrum or close to it. I'm sure people are going to leave comments about these not being full spectrum or whatever, but you can see the hues on these. This one's a little more of the green side over here, and this one has a little bit more of a purple hue, but I'm pretty sure these were 5,000 Kelvin, or it might have been 6,000. I don't remember now. I threw the box away already, so I couldn't even tell you offhand. One thing about the lights here is they don't radiate a lot of heat, although they're extremely bright, as you can see. Now the video dims it down, but you can't really even I can't look at my hand because it's too bright. So they don't radiate a lot of heat, but they do build up a lot of heat in these heat sinks on the top. So I got these PC fans here, 140 millimeter, and they're just resting on there to cool them, to prolong the diode life. I'm hoping it prolongs it anyways, because they do get really hot to the touch in the center part where the diode sits. When I got one of these lights, the driver had come loose inside the light, and it had damaged the reflector in there, and it looked like someone threw a softball at it from the inside. It was really mangled up, so I had to smooth it out, reform the metal, and actually right now, you can't even tell anymore. But that's one thing that it seemed like, quality of the adhesive they were using for the hold those drivers in place didn't seem like it was very well. Either that or the delivery people was too rough with it. I don't know. So there's my circulation fan up there. That's pretty much it for the lights. Yeah, as far as using them as grow lights, there's obviously better options out there for actual grow lights, but like I said, you don't need to have those red and blue LED lights. You just need full spectrum or blue spectrum bulbs or lights, whatever, to grow vegetative stuff. So it works fine for this. As far as the Moso Bamboo goes, I planted this from seed back in July, around the middle of July. It is now the beginning of November, the very, well, it's not quite the very, it's like the second week of November now, I think. So just a few months and you get all this growth. And what was in this pot was just 4 seedlings. Out of 100 seeds that I got from Amazon, there was about 6 that actually came up total. 2 were actually outside. I started those outside just to see what would happen. the 4 seedlings I put in here, yeah, they're sitting in Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil, which is a very good soil. Every other watering, which is not every other week, because the soil hadn't dried out that quickly, but every other time I water it, I gave it the Grow Big Fox Farm Nutrients 644. So, you know, they're responding to it very well, and recently, very recently, I put in some Osmocote time-release granules for indoor-outdoor plants. So that has no effect on it yet because I just put it in there. But as far as what you're looking at was just from the Fox Farm products there, and it's sitting in a 2-gallon pot, and some of these taller ones here, these are new. I mean, these are only a few weeks old. They're all, you know, already 20 inches tall, and I had 8 more new shoots around the one bundle that came up, and they do grow very fast. It's about an inch a day actually, and the one bundle we're looking at right here, all these shoots, that was from one seedling. I'm not counting them. I'm not going to count them, but I'm going to say right maybe around 20 or so. This bundle here. This one here, this one little sprout, it only put up one other shoot plus, I think, 2 smaller ones that are coming up, recently coming up. That's nowhere near the size of all of this other growth. And then there's one in the middle. See right there, it's kind of yellowish. That one was planted a few weeks before all this big stuff, and it's still the same size. And then there's a bundle in the back that is about a quarter of the size of this bundle here. Now, it's supposed to be the running type. I mean, right now it looks like it's clumping, but I think it's just because it's in the pot. So, I mean, it's supposed to be the running type. So, if you have any comments on that, just leave them below. So I think what you can take from this is, you know, some people are growing the bamboo on YouTube and they post videos and they say, you know, oh, it grows like 1 or 2 shoots in the pot or whatever, and it's only as tall as this like a year or 2 later. You know, this is being grown indoors under these LED lights in this 2-gallon pot, and I got all that growth plus a bunch more that's coming up now too. Recently there was 8 new shoots just a week ago coming up around there, and you can see some of them. I can't really point them out because they're kind of blending in now, but they're all coming up very quickly. So I spray these once a day with water just to mist them, just to keep the humidity up. I try to keep it above 50%. Although it's kind of hard because now that it's getting into the colder months here, the basement, that's where this is, it's going to start getting drier down here, so it's going to be a little bit harder. But, you know, you can put a humidifier in there, or a little sonic thing for a terrarium that you can, you know, just keep mist going. You can do that too. All in all, it's growing very well in this pot. So if you want to use these lights for grow lights, they work great. If you want to grow Moso bamboo, just remember that their viability on the seeds is low. And some of the seeds here, you know, the stuff outside and some of these smaller ones down here that have not grown, and the leaves are even yellow. I mean, I've tried a lot of stuff to try to, you know, help them out or whatever, but I think it's genetics. You know, I think what happens is the seeds, as they age, I think just all the information in the seed is just kind of gets messed up. And I think I just got lucky with the one seed that came up that is growing so well in here. So it's not just about the soil you put it in. It's not just about the nutrients you give it. It's not about the lighting that you give it. You know, it all also has to do with the quality of the seed itself. So as you can see, you know, the 2 other seedlings in there have not grown hardly at all since I planted them, and like I said, those are older. So yeah, if you want to grow it, it can be grown indoors under good lighting and in a I'd say a 2-gallon pot at least. And by the way, this is just landscape fabric wrapped around here. because the soil wasn't drying out quick enough. It was staying wet, soggy, too long. So I drilled holes all around the outside of it and then covered it with fabric just so I can get aeration to the roots, and to air prune the roots. Oops, excuse me. I don't know if bamboo really needs to be air pruned. I'm not sure how it responds to that. Obviously it's growing fine, but as far as other plants go, you can, you get pots with the holes in whatever, you air prune the roots so it doesn't become pot bound. In this case, I don't know if that's really if it's necessary or if it's hurting it or whatever. But mostly it's just for aeration so the soil doesn't stay waterlogged, and also to get oxygen, like I said, to the roots, because that's what they need. So yeah, that's it. Questions, comments? If you wanna be mean, go ahead and leave comments, because I probably won't respond to you anyways. But if you have a real question, or if you have any constructive criticism, go ahead and leave it below. I will respond to you.